Hi everyone, welcome to the Blue Star Energy Tarot with Cindy. Today's reading is mid-June energies. We have here the King of Swords in reverse and the Nine of Swords in the upright. This is the collective. Our minds, our mental aspects are off. There are a lot of fears with the Nine of Swords, anxiety, and it makes a lot of sense considering what's transpiring here in the States, right? I don't like doing political readings, I guess. I don't like that subject because it's extremely triggering for me and a lot of others as well. It's just that there's quite a bit of turmoil going on, and it's reflective here. Now, the energies is about truly leveling up that what we know, moving from falsehoods to truths, and exploring the idea that what brings to us the anxieties and the stressors and how to shift how we think about it, how we engage with that energy. Now, the number 9 to me also is reflective of healing and healing our anxieties and how we interpret, integrate in our daily lives. We have the Death card, Seven of Pentacles, and the Two of Wands. This speaks of a shift that's transpiring regarding the energy, which is this wisdom, this lack of wisdom, if you will, and moving it to King of Swords in the upright, to truth, to awareness, to a better understanding of what's transpiring. The Death card in reverse speaks of an opportunity. It's kind of like a portal or whatever, but what it is, it's an opportunity to change that narrative of lies, misrepresentations, things that we tell ourselves that are untrue. And because of that, it creates disturbances and distortions in our energies. And the Two of Wands speaks of like being at a crossroads, moving forward one way or the other. It matters not which way we go. It's a matter of coming to that better understanding, truth, coming to truth and deciding which way we want to go. And I'm going right back to what's happening in the States here, which is really weird because I don't generally do like political aspects. I'm sorry, I'm trying to pull something in. 1 second, please. Yeah. So what I'm picking up here, albeit whether part of the aspect is what's happening in the States right now. If you recall my last reading, or one of my last readings, there was a notion about June 16th, 18th, the week before, the week after. And I'm picking this up now, that this is a time period where the untruth, the lies, I can't talk, deceit is being revealed. there is a lot of change going on. Interestingly, one second. This is the devil energy. This is toxic energy. Right? Toxic energy in how we are thinking and perceiving, how it creates aspects that is detrimental, creates anxiety, fear even, keeps you up at night. That's the classic Nine of Swords description. What I'm pulling in here is that despite what's transpiring at this particular moment in the timeline of our consciousness within our micro level or macro, right? In your individual life, your individual family, your community, and then layered upon that, you know, the collective, the larger scale of things. Things are shifting and changing. This stagnant energy that's been upon us regarding the stressors, how we think, the hardships and how we interpret them, we are being given an opportunity to heal that. And there will be an opportunity to move in a particular direction of truth, of, well, resourcefulness and strength within the truth. And not everyone's going to choose that, but that's okay, because all we can do as individuals is make the choice that we feel is right for each and every one of us. What I find interesting, this death card being in reverse is quite reflective. On the other side, it's in the upright, right? Well, the death card is a number 4 vibration. It speaks of strength, but when it's reversed, it's quite the opposite. There is no strength there. There is no opportunity. But when it's in the reverse. But here we have it in the upright, which is really nice because it shows the duality of what aspect we want to go on. If we want to choose with the deceit, excuse me, you want to choose to be angry, misguided, live in fear, anxiety, it's your choice. But if you open up to the idea, the potential that there is an opportunity here for us to heal whatever it is that we're engaged in. The 7 of Pentacles. And in the upright, the 7 of Pentacles speaks of like that hamster on the wheel situation. You know, you feel like you're doing things over and over. You're not, you don't feel like you've reached your potential. And quite frankly, you're perhaps having doubts about what it is that you're doing. You know, it's that moment, maybe a reflection moment. And that's what this feels like. This is a reflection moment for each and every one of us. And it is up to us to choose in which direction that we want to go. Now, what Spirit is trying to bring to us, the bottom cards are our shadow cards. Spirit is trying to bring us to that revelation, bring us to the wisdom of what is creating the fear. King of Swords in the upright, Ten of Swords in the upright, cause and effect. If we allow ourselves to take the opportunity in our journey, Five of Coins, the Strength card, and the Magician, if we take the opportunity to review what it is that is creating all this, make that conscious choice. This is almost like awakening, if you will. This is about us coming full circle to the Ten of Swords, leveling up, and taking that which we can move forward with strength. And that's that Ace of Swords, to bring it to the 10, to level it up and give us the tools that we need to move forward and change our situation. I really like that. It feels right to me. It feels like we have a choice, and it potentially has this positive, enlightening aspect to it, and I really like that. We have the four of Pentacles in reverse on the bottom. It's about releasing this harsh energy, releasing the lies, the lies we tell ourselves, releasing the harsh aspects that we keep in our minds, and bringing it to a place of, I want to say, purity. And what I mean is stopping the rhetoric, stopping the gossip, stop talking about each other in such detrimental ways, right? Not being worried what the other one is doing, not getting involved in the drama and chaos, not listening to it, but more importantly, not being involved in it. And when we clear our mind of that chaos, when we clear our mind of that aspect of the drama, we are then able to reposition how our emotions are. Nine of Cups. Because that is the goal. That is what your spirit is trying to push forward to you and to me, to the collective, is to, if we clear out and deal with our minds and come to a better understanding and release the harsh aspects, we can choose to move forward in our journey and change where the emphasis on the energy is. The Strength card. Now, the Strength card, very much today in what's happening right now, is about lies, deceit, rhetoric, hiding of truth. That's very strong today. People are walking around in our country scared. People are leaving our country. Imagine that. People are leaving the United States because they are not happy with what's happening here. Spirit is giving us, our higher selves, consciousness, is giving us an opportunity to take that strength, the powerful negative aspect, and flip it. Right? I often talk about the string. On one end is positive, on the other is the negative. I call it my little string theory. I don't know string theory. It's just something that I use. And on one end you have negative, the other you have positive. Now you can have, let's just say hypothetically, rioting, fighting, gun violence, attack on civil liberties, attack on all kinds of things, women's rights, and I know I'm missing a bunch of things, and I don't mean to, it's just what's coming out, and I'm trying to give you an example. And on the other end of the spectrum is understanding, having empathy, having the ability to sit back and allow the person that you're engaged with to voice their opinion without anger, right? Being inclusive, embracing those who may look different or act differently than you, right? It's a continuum, and each card has both its positive and its negative. And my best understanding when it comes to tarot and our energy is, it's to be in the center is to understand both ends. To be in the center is to understand where you're at in that continuum. If you're on all the way to the negative and you're in the center, then we need to push towards the positive, to give out that positive energy to balance out that extreme negativism, if you understand what I'm saying. So we are being given an opportunity to release that energy, the Four of Pentacles, to just let it go. I find that really interesting. And for me, I don't necessarily like, again, doing political things. But there's no avoiding it. And when the cards speak of it, I'm obligated to put it out there. And I really like this because it's an opportunity. It's an opportunity that the energy that's being provided is allowing us an opportunity to change. And I really like that. And move us away from this, constantly on this wheel of nonsense, of hatred, of negativism, of inexclusiveness, not allowing people to embrace who they are, where they come from, not allowing people to voice their opinion of disparities that have transpired on them or their people or from the past. Our country is moving through, and we all are actually moving through like a portal. The Death card. It is an opportunity to step forward through that energy that's changing. Remove the stagnancy that's transpiring. And change who we are. And manifest where we want to go in the future. That is what the cosmos, the energy is. Now, again, it's a choice. I want to go to this side. We have cause and effect. So what I was reading is the opportunity, what's being offered by Spirit, what the potential is. And on the opposite side, if we take a better understanding of our fears, of our anxieties, of what's transpiring within each and every one of us, like I said, on a micro and macro level, and with the collective, right? Each and every one of us, and then in a collective, if we look at ourselves and elevate how we think and perceive, and get rid of the lies and the things that constrict us and prevent us from being our authentic self, if we do that on an individual level, it affects the collective. If we do that, the Emperor in the upright, which is really, it's reflective of the Death card in reverse. If we accept that option and move through truth, the King of Swords, then we can step forward with love and compassion, with a better understanding, moving forward with a better balance of our emotions. You know what I mean? This is the Page of Cups. It allows us to be a master, to be resourceful. This is Pluto energy. And Pluto, I think, just returned to Capricorn temporarily, which I find interesting because Pluto stepped out of Capricorn. Our foundation in our country shook a bit, right? I mean, look what's happening with Trump being indicted, not once. Today he's being indicted a second time for federal crimes. I mean, you know, if we don't look at ourselves in truth, and we just sit back and believe the nonsense that we are told, then we are not strong. If you go down that path, we will continue on that cycle, that wheel, that hamster in the wheel of the rhetoric and the nonsense, the separation of people by race, by sex, I mean, it is disgusting to me to see what has happened to this beautiful country that I love so much, that has and is a democracy. 1 second, please. I had to take a second because I was getting triggered, and no kidding, with all this nonsense going on. What I want to say is America the Beautiful. This country was built on democratic principles. Unfortunately, we got a lot of things wrong in the process, but given that, to make it right is to acknowledge how we came about and move forward. Even in our own discrepancies, even in the things that we got wrong along the way. Slavery, women's rights, racism. If we can admit where things have gone wrong and move forward from that and embrace each other, then we are at our power. 9 of Cups. That is healing. 9. Healing. 18. That is this energy that's being given to us as an opportunity to change, I want to say, our evil ways, if you will. And I don't like using that word evil, but to change on that spectrum from that negative and move it more to the center or further towards the positive. I do believe and will always speak that love overpowers hate. Light to darkness allows us to see. And that's why I like this reading so much. It's quite interesting that I pulled these cards. Anyhow, moving forward, I think I've done enough preaching for the day. The energy that's being put forward, the opportunity that's being granted to us, is to bring us to our power, is to expand our sense of peace and harmony, to lay down the 10 of Swords and to move out of the 9 of Swords to the 10 of Swords, to level it up, to bring about something new, a new set of, I want to say rules or tools, or it's actually not even a new set of rules. I mean, you know, to be respectful to somebody for who they are, what they stand for, just allowing them to be who they are without harsh aspects. This is about us stepping away from that and leveling up and bringing about the Ace of Pentacles, a new seed, something new that we can nurture. And to me, on that continuum, hate, dark, light, love, if it shows it here, right? Or actually, I think what I should do is do the nines. You have the Nine of Cups on this side and the Nine of Swords on this side. This is negativism. This is fears, anxieties, not being able to sleep. This Nine of Cups is on the other continuum. This is about having peace and harmony in your heart, getting along with others, being like happy, enlightened, being in that vibration. That's the two. The Ten of Swords falls on that continuum. And when we do elevate and close that gap, the Ten of Swords brings us to a new tool. And what that is an energetic seed that can permeate our hearts, our minds, our energies within our individual selves, our individual families, our communities, all the way up to the collective. And I really like that. These three cards, numerically, is the Judgment card. It's liberation. It's liberation from this nonsense here to wisdom, having an understanding on how to navigate, when to sit back. You know, to me, the Emperor is similar to all the kings. This is elevating a leader. One second. I just got something about elevating a leader. I don't know what that means, but again, generally when I get these things, I just leave it out there, and then by the next reading, we figure it out. There will be an elevation of a particular leader. I don't know who that is. So, Judgment, this is a liberation of freedom. This is the ability to move freely. I really like that. This is just reiterating that if we move with truth of what's being brought forth, then we can liberate ourselves. There's the Death card in the upright. And on the bottom of the deck is the Queen of Wands. We're being guided to create, to be with this energy to create a better understanding of ourselves and expand that. Interesting. So this energy that we release, that was over here, will change. Now this is the Five of Pentacles, which is here. It will change our trajectory because it will allow us to move away from harsh aspects, which I really like that. And here's the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands was here, and that is about us being in an inflection point. Which way do you want to go? And we have that overlaid by the Two of Swords. It is a choice as to whether or not we want to move towards wisdom and level up or not, to change what we are utilizing moving forward. Do we want to utilize hate, destruction, rhetoric, or do we want to engage with peace, harmony, inclusiveness, embracing the differences of one another instead of chopping it down and claiming and being in this, what I call this warlike mental attitude. It amazes me that people are stepping forward today because they are having disagreements, that they're throwing in war. Bring your weapons. We need more compassion in our world. That's all I'm going to say. It is within us to choose how we unrestrict and release the restrictions within us. To be with love and compassion. To move in that direction is to release that energy. And the Seven of Cups in reverse really is just talking about, this is an inflection moment for us to see with clarity where we've come from, how we've come to this point, and how we can move forward. That there are opportunities that are currently being offered. This Death card, this transformation, this opportunity to transmute energy of this hamster wheel thing that's going on here, it's quite strong. One second, please. I'm getting one, two. Something's currently happening. I don't know what it is. Something's being created to transform. I don't know, do we have, this is Sagittarius, do we have, is the moon in Sagittarius? Or whatever's happening in Sagittarius in the cosmos. Or maybe it's just a period from Taurus to Sagittarius. For the next 6 months. This is an inflection. We have an opportunity to change within the next 6 months. I'm getting affirmation on that. Perfect. What a great reading. Again, like I said, I don't necessarily do political things. But we can even eliminate the political aspects and speak of our own personal issues. Let's see what we get as far as like advice or direction, or, I mean, it's self-explanatory, isn't it not? Is it not? Thank you, Spirit. Oh, we got 2 cards. The Knight of Cups, which is interesting because here we have the Page of Cups, stepping forward without fear, with love in our heart, allows us to step forward freely. There's also a connotation here about somebody else stepping forward. I'm not sure if that's true, if I'm picking that up right. 1 second. What I'm getting is for those of us who choose to move in this cup energy and harmony, 9 of Cups healing, and move through that changing energy, this energy, that portal, that opportunity to step away from the nonsense. Those who do that, I'm getting like an aerial view. 1 second. Yeah, aerial view. We'll have a completely different perspective. I'm getting no sacrificing, but a new perspective that they can rely on. 1 second, please. That they can feel good about, actually. They can heal. That it is within all of us. Yeah. The untruths. The truth. No illusions. Stepping through this energy, this opportunity to have a different perspective, is to sit in that truth, which is, here, let me put it on it like this. This. King of Swords in reverse, and the 9 of Swords in the upright, and the 7 of Cups in reverse. To step forward with love and compassion through this portal, through this energy of opportunity that's being provided to us. We're able to see truth. We are able to create a new experience for us, which was this here, this Ace of Pentacles. Let's see if it comes up. What a great reading. Yeah, the Hermit. It is within us. It is around us. It is within us to make the changes and have that different perspective. Look at how it landed right on here. On the toxicity. To reverse that toxic energy. We spoke of that toxicity earlier on. To release it. Right? We're moving through the energy of toxicity. Well, I got 2 cards, and here's the Ace. Interesting. And our new journey will be Ace of Cups. The journey of moving with harmony, with peace. I feel like this is like a golden opportunity. I'm seeing like the Wheel of Fortune, the nodes. Like this is an inflection point. This is a point where we can transmute, transcend the harsh aspects in our journey. If we allow the energies to do that, it is our choice to move in that direction and change the world, change everything that we stand for. This is what I was picking up like that, the wheel. It's, it feels karmic. Like I often talk about when I see the Wheel of Fortune, I see like gears clicking and being in place, everything being put in place. If we choose to move with this energy, we will level up and release the toxic energy. I like that. And become students of truth. And to know truth is not to be fearful of it. I really like that. 5 of Swords. Yeah, to see truth and move forward with truth in conflicts. That which restricts us moves us to calmer waters. If we release the restrictions, we can move to a place where it's easier, more calming. It's not as confusing. It allows things to just be. I love tarot. And then the star, because we had the star energy up here. It allows us to heal. I really like that. Heal the Magician, which was here. The Magician. It allows us to heal who we are, what we stand for, and how we move forward with that what we have. And I really like that. Wow, I did not expect this reading. On the other hand, it's actually quite beautiful that when we break things down to the minutia, when we break it down in simple aspects and understand cause and effect, it's beautiful what we come up with. And truthfully, I will always run around saying, please have love in your heart, not hate, because to me, love trumps hate. And I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you, everyone, for allowing me this opportunity to have this experience with you. Quite interesting. Please do like, share, and subscribe. And if you see fit, hit that notification button. I'm really trying to grow my channel just like everyone else. Share it. Do share it. And do comment. We would love to see some comments. In the meantime, have love in your heart. Laugh often. Embrace another. And put out a lending hand to somebody who needs it. And if you can't, just smile at a stranger. It truly does lift them up. Be well. Peace.